Hi guys, today we are going to be painting a crab. I don't know if you're a fan of crabs, but I actually really think they're cool. So this is a fairly big rock. It's like 5.5 by 4.5. It is a lighter colored rock, so if you're wanting to do shading or anything to make it look like the crab is sitting on the rock, you're going to want to use a very light colored stone or paint it white, a couple of coats of white first if you have a dark stone or whatever you're working with. You're going to want a nice light surface so that you can see the shading. I'm not going to be doing that with this. I'm actually going to do dots and a cool like mandala design inside the crab shell. And of course gold, because my last tutorial, I didn't use gold. Well, my last two, I didn't really use any gold. I used a tiny little bit of gold in the pendant for the keychain, but other than that, I haven't used gold since I did a colorful clover a while ago, like over a month ago. So yeah, I really wanted to have some gold with this one. I sketched my crab on somewhat with pencil first, and now I'm doing his little parts, his little niblets. I'm gonna call things what I want. It's not gonna be technical terms. Like for instance, this is an ocean spider, okay? And I'm doing his little niblets right now. I just kind of put a line where I want his, what do you call these things? His arms, where I want his arms and legs to be. But now I'm doing niblets. So each arm and leg has like little parts to it. So you can see, you'll be able to see it a lot better once I fill it in with black. And we're going to do whatever we want on the inside. So right now the rock is our canvas. Then we're going to turn the crab into our canvas. And we're going to leave the rest of the rock alone. Well, I am. You can do what you want to do because that's what you're allowed to do. There's no rules. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what his front claw, what are they called? Are they called claws? Somebody's going to be commenting about this. I was right. I Googled it. They're pinchers or claws. So I don't feel so silly now. So yeah, I'm working on his claws because they're, I don't know. I'm looking at pictures of crabs on the internet to try and get what they're supposed to look like and how many parts they're supposed to have. Just because I know there's people out there that are going to be like, wait a minute, you're missing 2 appendages on your crustacean. And then I feel bad. But this time I don't, because I looked it up. So now that I've got what I think it's supposed to look like down in gold, we're actually going to be covering up any pencil lines that were there. And if we don't cover them up, we have to erase them. So keep that in mind. This rock looks fairly light right now, but it is going to, when I resin it, it's going to go like peach. There's going to be a lot of peach tones in it and browns, and it is going to darken. So keep that in mind throughout the video. It's going to change a little bit once I seal it. So now I have to fill in all of my little parts, all the little ocean spider niblets, and fill it in with black so that is our new canvas that we're going to be working with. And then you can do whatever you want inside that canvas. You can use metallic watercolors. You can do it all in just dots and leave it alone. You can do like a Zentangle design in all of the little parts. You can chrome it. You can chrome the whole thing. Once you paint this black, you can get out your UV nail polish, your clear coat, and your UV light, and coat all the parts and then chrome it, or use like a unicorn powder for nails. I use chrome flakes that were gifted to me through my Amazon wish list. Thank you. I love them. I won't ever stop using them. They're my favorite. Actually, in this video at the beginning, my nails look like this, but I've changed them up by the end of the video, and I actually chromed 4 of my fingernails. So they might look a little different at the end of the video. And you're like, Rachel, what is wrong with you? I love nails. I love nails. I'm obsessed with nails, but I don't think I would like it if I had a job doing that, but I might like it if I teach it on a YouTube channel. Who knows? There might be Rachel's Nails coming out. So you can see that I'm just kind of blackening all the little niblets. I am going to be going over it with gold and cleaning it up a lot. So you're going to see that. I'm going to speed up those parts because it's so boring, but I want you to be able to see what it actually looks like once it's finished in just black and gold. Because then you can get a picture of what it's supposed to look like. You can see all of its parts way better once it's all finished. Hard to see in pencil, hard to see in gold based on the color of the stone. But I assure you, you'll be able to see the whole shape of it very, very soon. And you get to decide what you want to do on the inside. You can do what I'm doing, or you can just decide for yourself what you want to do. There's lots of ideas. Once you get your thing, not just ocean spiders or crabs, whatever you put down on black and gold and you have it ready, that's your new canvas. So you can do whatever you want in there, or maybe you want to do white and you just want to blend it in the colors that you think like a blue crab would be, or a bright orange crab. You know, like you decide what you want to do. I'm just giving you ideas. And his body a little bit bigger because I just feel like it was too small for his appendages. So I just added more, made the shape just a little bit bigger. And that's just me. I just felt like his body was too small, and I wanted a bigger space to work with because I'm going to be doing a mandala. I'm going to be doing in gold a mandala design in the crab shell, and then dotting it. We're going to be dotting all day. Actually, it didn't take me all day to do this. It only took me a couple of hours. So hopefully you choose whatever colors, like a purple crab. I just saw like a vision of a purple dotted crab. I might have to do one. I might actually have to do one. I just feel like I would really like a purple crab because that's my favorite color. And actually my favorite colors are changing. For the first time in my life, I'm like loving green, and I don't know why. There's just like this specific color of green that I'm obsessed with right now. And yeah, I don't know. I've never ever liked green in my entire life. It's always been purple. So maybe I'll do a green and purple crab. Who knows? Let me know if you want to see a tutorial for that one. So now that I have my crab body, the shell of it, just for the shell of it, I'm here all week, by the way. Come here for your painting ideas and a little bit of laughter, even if I'm the only one laughing. So everything's outlined in gold. I've fixed it all up the way I want it to be, but I still have to outline it in black. So that's what I'm going to speed up. I separate all the little niblets, all the little parts with black because they're not all attached, right? So I'm going to separate them by outlining them with my fine lining brush. That tutorial is in the description. Yeah, so if you have a light colored stone, even lighter than this one, you could do some shading and make it look like he's sitting on the rock, which is really cool. I might attempt that with my purple and green crab. Not using this glitter, just using the circular shape to begin my mandala. And now I'm adding little parts to his muscular arms. Those arms point the direction to the beach for sure. Yeah, I'm just adding like little parts to it, but I'm not going to actually have that a part of the mandala design. That's just on the shell. So I'm going to wing it, see what we come up with. I'm going to try and do something fairly simple. And once again, you don't have to dot this. You don't have to do this design. You don't even have to do a crab if you don't want. You could do a spider. Or you could even try a starfish, because I have starfish tutorials that are super cute. So take a look at those. I'll even post that in the description of the video. So I'm just giving him some more little parts, covering those where I penciled it in. I'm now okay with it. Now I'm going to add the gold. So he's ready. He's ready to go. He looks fairly content on this Lake Superior stone, I would say. What should we name him? He's going to be very beautiful when we're done, but we have to come up with a name. So I'm just fixing, make sure everything is perfect before I finish my mandala. Is ready. So this is just glitter, but once again, I'm just using it for the circular thing. You can use whatever's circular at your desk, whatever you're comfortable with. Once again, no rules. And you can do whatever design you want in here. I'm just going to do something quick. So in the center here, that's going to be like a flower that's coming up through the bottom. His, you know what, smells like roses because he has a flower bottom. So I'm just going to put some flower petals, kind of like a daisy, half a daisy. And we're going to use these petals as a guide to keep our mandala design kind of like symmetrical, because I'm going to follow up the tips of those and put a dot. So I'm making sure I keep it like it's at the tip of those petals. And I just bring those dots up. And then we're going to work around those dots. So everything is going to be symmetrical. There's 5 dots. So we have 5 little spaces to work with. Now I'm putting a smaller dot in between just as a guide to try and keep everything still going fairly symmetrical. This dot is going to be bigger though, right here in the center. Now I will be adding black dots on top of those gold dots. You'll see that as we go along. I have to wait for the gold to dry. And you'll see me kind of fixing shapes of stuff as I go along. I'm not really letting it dry because I'm being impatient. It is easier to fix mistakes like that once your gold is dry, but I'm going right in right away while it's wet. But just a tip, don't do that. It's not fun. It just kind of marbles and you have to go back over it again later. Just let the gold dry and fix it after, once you take a step back and look at your design and see what needs to be fixed. It's just easier that way. So now we have a whole different kind of petal, kind of looks like a wishbone. So we'll call them wishbones if you want, but I don't like anything too pointy in my designs, unless they're like little soft diamonds like I'm doing now. So I will be adding dots to the end of the points. That's just, I don't know, maybe it's like an OCD thing. I have no idea, but I always like to have a finished point with a ball on the end. It's safer. It's kid friendly. I don't like anything too sharp. So now I'm walking dots around those dots. I'm also going to be walking dots around the bigger gold dots. Super easy. You can use toothpicks, you can use the ends of paintbrushes, you can use crochet hooks, you can use knitting needles, anything pointy, an old pen that doesn't work anymore. Dots work better when your paint isn't globby and thick. They sit better, they dot better, but you don't want it too runny. You don't want your paint too runny because then dots are no longer dots. They're splotches and logs. And they join together and then they look like a puddle. So if you've been painting for a while, you know, you've probably decided what consistency works best for you. So I'm adding more dots. I made that dot too big over there, so I'm going to be smudging that off like this and then fixing it like this. And I'll add a dot there once that is a little bit more dry. Now you can see I'm adding these black dots into the bigger dots. Those will have crystals on them. Now I will be adding the crystals when I have already added resin to my stone. I have a resin tutorial if you want to know how I do that. And a lot of my videos have shown me adding crystals using a wax pencil. When it's like partially through the dry time, about 6 hours in of drying out of 12, 10 to 12, at about the 6 hour mark, I add the crystals. And 6 to 7 hours, I guess. And then they don't budge afterwards. So I'll be adding some crystals. You'll see them once this has been resined. So everything looks pretty good. I'm just making sure that I clean it up a little bit. It's all dry. And now I can start adding color. So I am starting with apple red. I'm going to speed this up. You guys have heard me talk way too much already. So you're going to watch me color it in. I will slow it down to show you the colors, but if you miss it, the colors will be listed in the description of the video. So I started with apple red. I am going to be using a nice teal. I'm going to start at the bottom with teal, and I'm basically just filling in the design, Calypso Sky. We're going to go in like a gradient from a darker teal to up to patina, which is like a mint blue almost, I guess. It's a minty colored blue, very light compared to Calypso Sky. There you go. So you're going to see me fill this in. I'm also going to be adding fire coral and mixing that in with some apple red. You'll see me mix it just to get the peachy coral tone that I'm going to have on the crab. And you basically just fill it in like it's coloring book. Just stay within the lines. Try not to cover your gold. You want that gold design to stay. And you'll see the colors fill in quickly. Here's the fire coral. Like I said, I'm going to mix that in with apple red in order to get this nice, bright coral color. And I'm going to be mingling in that patina and the coral so that they just kind of mesh in together really nicely. You'll see that happen because of how quickly I'm dotting it. But you'll see me mix in, like I'll bring the patina up higher and I've brought the coral down lower. You'll understand. There's a method to my madness. So I feel like the blue didn't blend in with the coral the way I wanted it to, so that's why I'm bringing up the patina and mixing it in there so they just kind of blend together. That's the fantastic thing you can do with dots. Good blending, mingling in of colors so that they just go together no matter what. Just looks beautiful. And unfortunately, I feel like you can't see how bright this is under my lighting. So hopefully once it's resined and under better light, you'll understand just how beautiful this is. So you can see what I'm doing with all his little niblets. I started off with the darker teal, but I'm adding in the lighter color, and once in a while you'll see me add in a little bit of that calypso sky. You'll be able to see a little bit of a different shade of light blue, and that's that calypso sky color again. I'm just going to do whatever I want with his limbs. But I am going to bring up some of that red and coral because I like that. It's so pretty. I really like the colors of this. So let me know if you're going to paint a crab or an ocean spider, whichever you prefer. Let me know what I should name him. I will be adding him to my Etsy shop as well as a couple of other items. And I have another tutorial already painted, ready to go for you guys. So look at how beautiful. You guys, I really love this guy. Let me know if you're going to paint one and what colors. Okay, I really want to know. So I'm going to show you a couple of things at my desk and we'll show you this shiny. So these are phone grips that I've done with color shifting metallic watercolor paints. And dots and some holographic powder. Pretty nice. This one, you just cannot see the color properly, the change in the leaves. So I'm going to show you a picture of it. Now you can see how each leaf actually has a different color, and it's all been chromed, and there's lots of gold and sparkle, and the moon is holographic with a tint of gold to it. Also crystals have been added. That's a nice one. But this one is definitely the star of the show. I absolutely love this guy. He is gorgeous. Look at the stone. The Lake Superior stone has changed its color. This is what it looks like when it's underwater. How it's supposed to look. He is gorgeous. I love it. I like the colors. I am going to make another one in different colors because I had fun with this one. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to paint one. And can you do me a favor? Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button and share my video where you can. I'm going to post a picture here so that you can see it under some better lighting. And you can see all the colors in that Lake Superior stone. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support every single day. Thank you for liking my videos and always being there when I come back. I have another one coming out in 2 days, so stay tuned. I will see you very, very soon. Keep painting, okay? Bye.